The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and future. And good evening, I'm Ron Juckett. I think it's time. We haven't had a fight on this channel since since Boxing Night, or Boxing Day, so in December. So I think it's high time that we have a fight on this Monday night. And tonight, we feature two good heavyweights in a 15-round tilt here. We are from the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, the Atlantic City Convention Center, where Miss America is crowned every year. Well, tonight we're not going to do Miss America, but we are going to do Philadelphia's Gerry Cooney against Sonny Liston from St. Louis in a 15-round non-title fight here in Atlantic City. And I think we got ourselves a good one here. They've not fought each other. Cooney and Liston are not, of course, from different eras. Sonny Liston wants to have a little bit of a comeback tour. And Gerry Cooney, of course, one of the great fighters, second-class fighters of all time. So we should have a good one here for you this evening. How you doing, Rob? And how you doing, Jameson? Good to have you along. No, Robbie, there's no game for Miss America. And so hopefully we got some sound issues worked out here because the audio here is quite loud in the game itself. So Gerry Cooney and Sonny Liston are getting ready to be introduced. And if appearance counts, Gerry Cooney should have the fight won before the opening bell. He looks to be in outstanding shape. Cooney, a slugger, has a control factor of 8 versus a boxer, and a control factor of 10 versus a slugger. Liston, in the other corner, was a gym rat before this fight, and he looks at he can fight as a boxer or a slugger. He has a control factor of 11 versus a boxer, and a control factor of 14 versus a slugger. And so Liston, of course, was the heavyweight champion of the world in the early 60s before Muhammad Ali knocked him down in Lewiston, Maine. And I wish I could show you behind the computer. I have the picture of Ali looking down at Liston on the mat. One of the greatest fights of all time. And Liston, I think, is better than a lot of people gave him credit for. And, of course, the story goes that Liston took a dive in one of those fights because it paid awful well. How you doing, Bobby Catalano? You got to behave yourself, Robbie, because Bobby the Bandhammer is here. That's right. Oh, now only one person's watching. And so here is Gerry Cooney's team. He's got Till Torrance as his trainer, and Denny Mancini's going to be his cut man. For Liston, in his corner, it's George Francis is given the instructions, and Spider Kelly will give out Will Hill any cuts. Ed Darian, by the way, is your ring announcer. How you doing, IGJ? The Bobsy twins. So, okay, well, that's good. Ed Darian is the ring announcer. Shauna Marie is the ring card girl. Shauna might be known to some of you as Sailor Moon if you're a follower of a certain wrestling series on another channel. The referee tonight is Harry Ertl. Paul Artiste is the first judge. Kenny Chevalier of the United States is the second one. And Barry Drucksmann is the third judge if it gets to that point. And Rocco Del Sesto is your ringside expert. So ID is here. Robbie Wartburg and Al, Red Sox fan, who I wish was here. Well, anyway, his Twitter wife, Bobby Catalano, is here. Ringside, ready to go. For Liston and Cooney, 15 rounds. Here in Atlantic City. From the Boardwalk. Let's see, anything that comes at you? No, I mean, these aren't the best fighters in the world, but this should be a pretty good one. So they come to the center. There's Sailor Moon showing her stuff. And round number 1. Cooney and Liston are going at it. Liston misses to the left and then fails to connect to the right as well. Cooney trying to move in, lands a jab. And now they both exchange blow, and Liston got the better of that exchange. 2.5 to go. First round. Liston has Cooney quartered in his own corner. snaps Cooney's head back with a solid jab. Liston connects with a vicious uppercut. Right now, this is all Liston. Good start. Cooney's hurt. He better. Cooney's surprised that Liston came out. And now he's down. Who's down? Cooney folds like an accordion. Here's the count. Ertl starts the count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cooney desperately tries to stand up.
9.
Oh, goodness gracious. He got up on the 9 count. Ertl says, go right ahead. But this is going to be a 10-8 round for Liston if it's not over. Cooney is stunned with that. And Liston's ready to walk off it. It's really halfway through the first round. Backhand landed, but the ref didn't see it. Cooney trapped again. Liston gets Cooney's retreat into Liston's corner. Liston just misses with a jab. And now Cooney got laid on again. He's in a world of hurt. Cooney's trapped. 38 seconds to go. Liston's blowing a chance here. And down he goes again. Is that Cooney? No, yeah, Cooney drops to his knees as Liston hits him in the midsection.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cooney stands up. Race to the 8 count.
6, 7, 8.
All right, we're going to go. 13 seconds left in the round. But oh, it's over! It's over! 9 seconds to go in the first round, and Cooney's done. Liston knocked him down twice, and that's the fight. My goodness. That was quick.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
And here with the call is Ed Darian. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we know who won. So Liston wins it. That was nuts. So Cooney only threw 15 punches. He landed them all, but got knocked down in the midsection twice by Liston. I didn't expect this one to go 1 round. Liston threw 119 punches and landed 39 and knocked Cooney to the canvas twice. So isn't that something? And so here you go, a 15-round fight, and Sonny Liston wins it in the first round. Isn't that special? Well, there wasn't much of a fight to actually see. Yeah, I gotta adjust the sound. It was you didn't hear much. You didn't miss much of it. Let me see what I can do now. Options. Help. History. Help. No, I don't want that. Well, let's just put it this way. Oh, options. Well, gentlemen and Bobby, that was pretty quick. Nothing like a 1-round fight yet. I've turned down the volume for the next. It took me a minute to find it, but I did. So that wasn't much of a fight, and I don't have any other pictures set up to go. So Sonny Liston knocked down a TKO of Gerry Cooney in the first round. It wasn't very much of a fight. The first knockdown was a hit to the midsection, and Cooney got up on a 9 count, and then the second knockdown came right at the end of the first round. And thanks for the likes and all that, but there wasn't that much to see. So if I'll do another one, who do you want to see? I'll put it out there. We'll do another 15-round fight. I've turned down the volume for the sound, but I'll take a request. Because that wasn't much of a fight. That was done before it started. And so Cooney got hit the second time, and he went down, and he got up on, he took the mandatory E count. He was actually up on a 4, and that was it. The ref got in there and said, we're not doing this anymore. Sugar Ray and Shane Morrison, are they the same weight class? Give me two from the same weight class. All right, Shane Morrison. I don't see a Shane. Oh, okay. Let me type that in. All right, so it's going to be Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. I don't have the pictures for them, but we'll do it. All right. We'll turn this into a 10-rounder. But the same, everything else is the same. So there you go. So we'll have Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. And I don't have the pictures. I didn't get a setup for that. But we'll fight him. Duran comes into the ring in tip-top shape. Duran can be a fight as a boxer or a slugger. He has a control factor of 12 versus a boxer and a control factor of 13 versus a slugger. Leonard looks ready to go. He obviously trained hard for this bout. Leonard can fight as a boxer or a slugger. He has a control factor of 11 versus a boxer and a control factor of 12 versus a slugger. The fighters have not fought against each other in the ring, and of course, we were supposed to do Liston versus Cooney, but that didn't really work out. So the teams here, it's Eduardo Garcia is in the corner with Roberto Duran, with Percy Richardson, if there's any cuts for him. Ray Leonard, this is what, the third or fourth fight in their career together. Ray's got Angie Dundee in his corner and Manny Seaman as his cut man. And still, it's Ed Derry and Shauna Marie, who we all know as Sailor Moon in someone else's wrestling series. Harry Ertl remains the ref. Paul Artiste, Kenny Chevalier, Barry Druxman are our judges, and Rocco Del Sesto is our ringside expert. So I've turned down the volume for the ring. And so if it's still too loud, ID, let me know and I can do one more adjustment, okay? So it's Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard in this. It's amazing they were both in the arena and said they were going to fight. So Duran and Leonard are ready. Endurance should be a factor. And this is only a 10-round fight. Both are just some of the best ever. So pound per pound. And the bell should start for round one for what we anticipate to be a close fight. And so they're off. Duran is motioning with his gloves for Leonard to bring it on, but they're not doing much as we start this round. Leonard moving around, using every inch. Is that better, guys, the sound for the ring? Duran finally lands the first big punch of the fight, an uppercut. Okay, thank you. Uppercut from Duran has some power behind it. Duran has hurt Leonard belly to start with that uppercut. Come on. Leonard grabs Duran's head, pulls it down, and already they're clutching and jiving. They're separated by Ertl. Duran utilizing the ring. They're both moving around, sizing each other up. Now Duran takes a tremendous hook to the jaw from Sugar Ray. Duran takes a step back, surprised by the power of Leonard. Hopefully Duran did not drink any orange juice and eat a steak before the fight. Leonard just takes a terrifying shot to the body. They're both getting off good punches, and they have to go in the first round. Come on. Duran misses with the left and then fails to connect with the right as well, but Duran seems to be doing better in the round. 40 seconds left. They're both walking around. Leonard takes a punishing overhand right to the jaw. Duran, and now Leonard is staggering around. What a round for Duran. 16 seconds to go. And now Ertl, the ref, steps in and admonishes Duran for holding and hitting. You gotta let Leonard free. And the first round, Leonard is hit again. And Duran is throwing a bunch of punches. The bell rings, and that's the round. That's a heavy round for Duran. And so, a good start for Roberto. And Ray was pretty stunned. And oh, Sailor Moon looks nice in her boots, doesn't she? What's Time Machine joins us. How you doing? Sorry about the sound for the bad Liston Cooney fight. It was about as bad as Gerry Cooney fought. So, their condition, nothing doing. Everyone is okay. No one is fatigued. Duran wins the opening round, and Leonard gets a talking to from his corner as we start the second. Eduardo Garcia really got to Duran between rounds. And Duran tries to jab and just comes up short. Leonard finally hits Duran in the jaw with a cross. Leonard then eats the cross from Duran the other way. Leonard fires a shot, hits the shoulder of Duran. Nothing doing there. 2 minutes to go, second round. Duran has Leonard wrapped up. Ertl steps in, breaks it up. Not much going on early on. Leonard tries to muscle his way in. They clinch again, 1:45 to go. Both fighters, both being quite leery. Halfway through the round, Leonard tries to get the hook in the ribs, but Duran blocks it. So the energy level, some good body work, however, by Duran there. Several short blows to the ribs. Leonard ends up right behind Duran as he tries to avoid the punch. Leonard wants the corner wants some punches. Easy for me to say. Leonard pushes Duran away. This one hasn't been much of a round. Ertl yells at the fighters to separate, but they are clinching like middle school dancers. 43 seconds to go. Lots of hugging and squeezing and not much fighting, but now Leonard lands a jab, and that's the punch he needs to use. Round is pretty even and pretty flat. Duran finally has Leonard trapped in the corner, and Duran finds the ropes and hangs onto them. Is there going to be a volley? Nope. To center. And Leonard finally lands a combination to the head of Duran. And so that's the bell. It looks like, oops, I forgot to do the stats, that Leonard won that round. So we'll start the third round in a moment. So right now, both fighters seem to have taken 1 round apiece. Let's see. So glad to have you with us. I'm going to say there, yep, Rocco Del Sesto has the fight even at 19-19, and so do I. 1 round apiece. So both fighters in good shape. We'll check the punches after this. Another long clinch. 20 seconds in. Duran tries to shoulder his way out. Because it worked. Leonard received a pep talk from Manny Seaman before he left his corner. We're 30 seconds in, and Duran finally drives home a hook to the midsection. 4-point punch. Leonard, you can see him wince there. He uses his legs, though, to avoid Duran's punches. And Leonard finally lands an crushing uppercut. Duran is gasping for air. A minute into the 3rd round. Come on. Leonard takes one downstairs, but it was legal. They're exchanging hooks. Some good punches being thrown now. Halfway through the round, Duran and Leonard are really focused on each other. Duran heads to the middle of the ring. Leonard buried that one into the ribs. This one is pretty tight. Duran was kind of surprised by those punches. 40 seconds to go, and Duran scores with a tremendous right just above the shorts. And Leonard looks worse for the wear. 20 seconds left. Leonard throws a straight right that hits the shoulder. And then he takes a solid cross from Duran. Duran hit him really hard there. 10 seconds to go. Leonard finds a jab in the head. And that ends the round. Both fighters brawled, but it looked like Duran got the better end of it through 3. And indeed, Rocco Del Sesto says Duran won the round and has a 29-28 lead through 3 punches. So Duran has landed 60 punches, including 16 combos through 3 rounds, and Leonard is going with that jab. He's landed 16. And he only has landed 45 punches in 3 rounds. So no knockdowns, and Duran has a foul on the board. So both fighters burned off some energy. Leonard's insurance is more than half gone, and Duran's defense is kind of lagging a bit. As we start the 4th, Duran rushed out at the bell. He told them he didn't eat any steak, it was tofu. Leonard really fluid as he dances around the ring. Good shape as we head in the 4th round. About 30 seconds into it. He gets some punches in on the arm of Leonard, but that's about it. And now he lands a nasty combo to Leonard. Leonard's been taking some hits. Good. Now he gets off a jab to the solar plexus of Duran. Duran, that jab is now landing, and he's getting the better of Leonard here in the 4th. About 2 minutes to go. Duran misses with a jab. He goes with the left, and that didn't land either. But Duran is ahead in the round. About halfway home here in the 4th, Leonard steps back, tries to create some punching room. He traps Duran. Duran and Leonard clinch again. They need to be separated. Leonard slides into the corner, and then Duran lands across, a hard one. Leonard didn't like that one at all. Let's see what the response is. Duran again, a straight right, followed by a solid left in the ribs. The hooks work, and Duran's winning this round big. 40 seconds to go. Leonard throws him in bunches, but he doesn't really land much with anything. They're now in the middle of the ring. Leonard misses with the bad hook. Latter stages of the 4th round. Duran throws consecutive hooks, but all of them landing. Leonard misses with the uppercut as we end the round. The ref steps in, but that round is Duran, 17-5. And so by my count, 3 rounds for Duran and 1 for Leonard, and that's what Rocco Del Sesto has. 39-37, Duran. So we'll just throw in some occasional boxing cards. The fun thing about boxing is you just never know how long a fight's going to last. I made sure I got the picture for Cooney. I got the picture for Liston. And then, of course, it was over in 2 minutes. So halfway home now as we start the 5th round. Leonard slips out of the corner. Duran tries to trap him. Both fighters look in very good shape. 20 seconds in, Leonard got in a hook into Duran's midsection. Then he grabbed him like to whisper a secret. Ertl has to get in to separate the two. Leonard's corner's been loud. Strong blows to the midsection by Leonard. Leonard's best round since the 2nd right now. Duran tries to go to the body, but Leonard defends it. And now they're jockeying around as we reach the halfway stage of the 5th round. Leonard misses with an uppercut from way outside. Duran did not counter. Now he's got Leonard pinned in the corner. Duran's been watching too much wrestling. They're both grabbing and clutching onto each other. And now Duran is being warned by Ertl about leaning on the neck. And so that's the 2nd foul on Duran. There's no point deducted, but he's been warned. Don't lean on the neck. This isn't Dracula. You can't bite. About a minute to go in the round. Leonard looks to his corner. Clock running, of course. Nothing much going on now. Leonard gets hits Duran with a sharp combo. 38 seconds to go. Duran surprised by how strong they were. Now they're in a clinch. Ertl tells him to break. Now he separates as the 5th round comes to an end. And Duran lands the jab. And that should be the end of round 5. I give that one to Leonard. And I think Rocco does too. And so we have it the same way. 3 rounds to 2 for Duran. 48-47. Halfway home. As they talked about the Batman movies in the chat, Cesar Romero was my favorite. So we're halfway home. Let's take a look at the stats. Duran has landed 96 punches, although he didn't land much of anything in the 5th round. And Leonard at 75, he's landed more jabs. Right now, crosses has been what Duran's weapon of choice, although he's done a bunch of hooks and combinations. What's blazing in sports? It's here for a fight. So what's blazing? Duran, Leonard, what are your thoughts? No one has been cut. Duran has not been cut. They're in good shape. No swelling, no cuts, no nothing. So right now, Duran leads it by 1 point. 3 rounds to 2 as we start the 6th round. Leonard takes a hard combo to the body from Duran to start the proceedings. Both looking pretty good as we get through. Leonard swings and misses. Leonard pushes Duran away. Duran goes into a neutral corner, and Leonard finally lands a right to the head. Duran is pinned in Leonard's corner. Leonard gets a jab into the face of Duran. This one's had some action so far. Under 2 minutes to go. The uppercut lands on Duran again. Now a brutal cross to the head. That drew some oohs and ahs from the audience here in Atlantic City. Roberto Duran retreats into a neutral corner. Halfway home in the 6th. They go blow for blow. Duran retreats in the lower right corner now. Leonard lets his hands go inside, but Duran protects. Leonard with a leaping shot that drew air. And now he hits Duran with a piston-like jab. So Leonard much more consistent here in the 6th. 40 seconds to go. Another hug and dance around. Ertl breaks it. And then Leonard lands a powerful right hook on the button. And Duran finally is gasping for air. Leonard dips and connects again. This time a hook to the side of the head. This round's been all Leonard. 19 seconds to go here in the 6th. Leonard has Duran blocked in. Can he get a knockdown in before the bell? No. But what a round for Sugar Ray Leonard. 22-5 on the point card, and now we have a 57-57 fight on our cards here at the booth. Best round of the night for Leonard for sure. So again, Sailor Moon is your ring card girl. And so she exits the wild tearing, and here we go to start the 7th. Endurance, both fighters are more... Leonard's pretty tired. Duran's doing better, but Duran's defense is starting to become an issue. If Leonard can have another round like that, he may get a knee on the floor. So here we go. So Leonard is just bouncing around here as we start the 7th. And now Arnold steps in and gives Leonard a warning. He got a little bit below the belt and put one near the bread basket, and Ertl just is not going to put up with that nonsense at all. So 2:43 to go. 7th round. Both in great shape. Duran has Leonard trapped this time and hits him with a violent combination. They trade some punches, but Duran got the better of that exchange. They're dancing around. 2 minutes to go. Leonard with a left-right combo. A 2-point combination there. Leonard wants to go downstairs, but Duran is blocking. Halfway home here in the 7th. Duran is complaining, and now another low blow by Leonard. And so that's the second foul here, and the clock is stopped, and Leonard seems to be a bit incensed, and Duran's kind of sore. Minute 14 to go, 7th round. Leonard into a neutral corner. Duran lands a crushing cross. And Leonard falls back in the ropes there. 57 seconds left. They both moved into the center. Leonard misses with a wild overhand to the right. And Duran stopped Leonard with that jab. Duran's found his groove. Now Leonard hits in the head with a jab. 20 seconds to go. Duran now telegraphed that shot into a neutral corner as the 7th goes in there, and Leonard just misses with a hook. And so Duran gets in a hook downstairs, and the round is over, and Duran seems to have won that round, 14-9 on my card. But Rocco has that a draw, so he's got it 67-67 with 3 rounds to go. I've got it 68-66 Duran. Yeah, Leonard's got a little more stamina, I would think. But his endurance is starting to take a hit. But it's anybody's fight, and I think if he can get close to the chin. How you doing, Guy Scott? So Leonard is in good shape as we start the 8th round. 9 minutes left here in Atlantic City. Leonard short with a jab. Duran gets in 3 good shots in a row off Leonard. Leonard got quite the pep talk here. Leonard, with a big hook flush, a 4-point punch. And Duran moves up against the ropes. We could see a knockdown chance, maybe. Leonard has him cornered. Can they get anything there? Oh, he missed with it. He had the opening and missed. 2:08 to go in the 8th round. Leonard pummels Duran. A stiff cross at the end of that. Let's see if he can knock him down. Duran's now in his own corner. 1:45 to go in the 8th. Oh, and Duran is hit with a sweet uppercut. Leonard really throwing the weight around now, and now another uppercut. This one's all Duran. And Duran's looking around like he doesn't know where it's going. And now there's a mouse starting on the right eye of Duran. There's finally some swelling. 1:10 to go. Leonard again with a big uppercut. Duran is a weeble wobble. He's going to weeble and wobble and not fall down. 1 to go here in the 8th. Now Leonard tries to work the hooks inside. Leonard is starting to tire, but he's really trying to pump him here in the 8th. He whiffs on the jab. 38 seconds to go. Both fighters move to the ring center. Last stages of the 8th round. Leonard looks for a breather. They clutch, they let go, and Duran dumps into the right hand just as the bell rings. And so Leonard wins that round. So look at the stats as we go to the 9th. 144 punches landed for Duran and 182 for Leonard. And that was clearly Leonard's best round. And you can see on Duran, the right eye is swelling just a little bit. And nothing for Leonard. And so now I had the fight as a draw at 70. And Rocco Del Sesto has it, Leonard. I have it 76-76. So we go to the 9th round. I wouldn't go that far. I think this fight's pretty much a tie. But Sailor Moon marches around the ring. And so here we go. 6 minutes to go here in Atlantic City. Manny Seaman not only gave Ray Leonard encouragement, but also some solid advice how to handle Duran. Let's see what happens. And Leonard starts off the wrong with a 5-point cross. Oh my. Duran, not quite sure what's going on now. Leonard again, another cross. So Leonard might actually finish off Duran right here tonight. 9 points right from the start. Duran is now in Leonard's corner, and Leonard tries a straight right, but Duran got the gloves up to block it. Just about to now. Leonard lands another hard uppercut. And Duran, boy, his head just snapped right back there. Leonard can finish this right now. The swelling around Duran's eye is starting to worse. And now Leonard tries to go lefty, and then he goes back, couldn't get anything on it. Halfway home in the round, Leonard has Duran trapped in the corner. He's playing defense, and now he goes upstairs, and Duran is back on his heels. I'm surprised Duran is still standing after that punch. This has all been Leonard. Halfway home here in the 9th. Duran can't land anything. Leonard again with a smashing cross. Duran gasping now. Both fighters are tired. Let's see what Leonard can do. He's back into the near right corner. He's got upstairs, downstairs. Duran finally gets one back and scores some points. Latter stages of the 9th. Ring fighters are at center. Leonard and Duran clutching each other. Broken up. 20 seconds, and then Duran goes down. Down goes Duran. Leonard just swarmed him like a bee.
1.
It's a neutral count. It's a mandatory 8.
2.
Duran trying to stand, but he can't do it.
5.
Up at 5.
6. 7. 8.
And Earl looks into Duran's eyes and says, okay, I'll let it go. There's only 6 seconds to go in the round. This one's been all Leonard. And he hasn't pinned again, and that's it. So we go to the final round. A huge advantage for Sugar Ray. 10-8. And I would think now on everyone's card that Leonard is in good shape to win the fight. Duran is going to need a knockdown or two here in the 9th, in the 10th. To do that, yeah, almost no moss. Really, really, really. So we'll see if this goes to the judges. Both fighters are exhausted. Duran only landed 6 punches in that 9th round, including 3 hooks. Meanwhile, Leonard did 12 combos of his 36 punches. So if you're counting punches landed, 218 for Leonard and 150 for Duran. So we're going to the last round. That swelling under Duran's eye is a handful. It's gotten much worse. But that damage pales in comparison for the knockout. So here we go. Last round here in Atlantic City. You can see the swelling on the face of Duran under that right eye. It hasn't gotten any better. And that's it. That's it. They're not even going to go there. And so we have a no moss. This fight's over. Duran landed a punch, and that was it. No moss again. It's a TKO. They're looking at Duran's hand, and Sugar Ray is going to win the fight 15 seconds into the 10th round. Oh my goodness gracious.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Ed Darian says, ladies and gentlemen, the referee has stopped the bout with 15 seconds gone in round 10. Your winner is Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, you can see the punches thrown. Leonard threw 718 and Duran only 393. Duran landed 38% of his punches and Leonard 30.4. Duran, we think, smashed his ring finger in that first punch of the 10th round, but that swelling was becoming a problem, and he was going to have to win this by knockout, I believe, in the 10th. I'm trying to see if there's... See what the scorecards had it. Artist had it 86-83 Leonard. Chevalier had it 85-84 Leonard. And Duxman had it 86-83 Leonard. And so, yeah, I was going to have to take a knockout by Duran to win the fight in the 10th. So Dave's off to the rink, and how you doing, Seth? So that should be about it from here. Hopefully you could do that second fight right. No one does boxing better than Al, Red Sox fan, and I wish he was here for it. But I had fun doing it, and we'll do more of these on occasion. When nothing else is going on, the community's kind of quiet. You can always throw in a fight or two. And so I will change the description there on the thing, because the Leonard and Duran fight almost went the distance. And the scheduled fight between Cooney and Sonny Liston was over in the first round. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. We always have some fights from time to time. I won't wait 3 months between fights again, but there you have it. Hope you enjoyed an evening of title bout boxing. As I said in the first fight, which was kind of overwhelmed by the crowd microphones being too close, Gerry Cooney knocked down twice by Sonny Liston, so that fight didn't amount to much. And then in the pulse up and together run, because you've only been doing this 5 minutes, we did a replay of Leonard and Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. And Duran injured himself 15 seconds into the 10th round. So there you have it. Baseball tomorrow at noon. California at Milwaukee. Wednesday night's primetime game is going to be, I believe... Well, I forgot what I said now. I think it's Philadelphia at Atlanta. And then Thursday afternoon, it'll be California at Detroit. Don't forget tomorrow night on ID Jester's channel, he talks with our good friend Chris, Stratomatic Delaware. So all have to look forward to. I'm Ron Juckett. Hit that like and subscribe. And we'll talk to you the next time. Good night.